With the transfer window coming up in a few weeks, a lot of speculation around the club has been with potential incomings and outgoings. In today's video, we have a lot of transfers to talk about, including the one Celtic star Jose Mourinho wants. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Greg Taylor reportedly looks set to leave Celtic this summer, with Greek club PAOK showing strong interest in signing the Hoops left back. The 27-year-old is out of contract and hasn't agreed a new deal with the club. Talks have been held, but nothing has been signed, and it now looks like last weekend's Scottish Cup final was his last match for Celtic. Taylor joined Celtic from Kilmarnock in 2019 for £3 million and has played regularly over the past few seasons. Brendan Rodgers has made it clear he would like Taylor to stay, but with no new contract agreed, the player is expected to move on. PAOK, based in Thessaloniki, finished third in the Greek Super League and will play in next season's Europa League. Their manager, Razvan Lucescu, has watched Taylor in the Champions League and thinks he would be a good signing for their European campaign. The club has been searching for a new left-back and believe Taylor could fit the bill. They have already made contact with Taylor's side to talk about a possible move, but there's a problem. However, reports say that Taylor's wages might be too high for PAOK. They are still interested and talks are set to continue, but the money could make it difficult for a deal to happen. Taylor has been a solid player for Celtic. He's had to deal with some criticism over the years, but he's kept his place in the team and played well under different managers. He's also played in big matches in Europe and helped Celtic win several trophies during his time at the club. If he leaves, Celtic will need to find a new left-back. Right now, they have Kieran Tierney, who can play in that position. But with Taylor possibly moving on, the club has already started looking across Europe for a younger replacement. PAOK are keen to get a deal done quickly. They want to improve their squad ahead of the new season, and they believe Taylor's experience in Europe could help them. But the deal will only happen if they can meet the wage demands. Taylor's next move could depend on whether another club comes in with a better offer. As it stands, PAOK are in the race, but only if they can find the money to make it work. The coming weeks will decide whether Taylor heads to Greece or stays closer to home. Celtic fans will be watching closely to see what happens next. If Taylor does go, it marks the end of a solid spell in Glasgow for a player who gave everything in the hoops. His future now hangs in the balance, with a move abroad looking more likely by the day. Now for the main story. Turkish side Fenerbahce are reportedly interested in signing Celtic forward Dyson Maida, according to reports from Turkey. Jose Mourinho wants to add more attackers to his team after missing out on the league title. Fenerbahce are also likely to lose Dusan Tadic this summer, so they are said to be looking for replacements. Maida had a great season at Celtic. He scored 33 goals in 51 games and helped the Hoops win the league and League Cup. His hard work, speed and goal scoring have made him one of Celtic's most important players. Because of his performances, he won the PFA Scotland Player of the Year and the Scottish Football Writers Player of the Year. Takvim report that Fenerbahce's sporting director Mario Branco is ready to start signing new players, and Maida is one of their top targets, but for now, there is no word on when they will speak to Celtic or how much they are ready to pay. Maida is 27 and signed a new contract with Celtic in 2023. His current deal runs until June 2027, so the club does not need to sell him unless a big offer comes in. Celtic will sit down with Maida over the coming weeks to discuss a new contract, with the forward set to travel to Japan to see his newborn child following the Scottish Cup final. If he does agree to a new deal, it would only add to Celtic's position of strength. Brendan Rodgers will want to keep Maida. He has played a major role in the Hoops' domestic dominance in recent years, but Celtic have sold top players in the past when the price was right, like Matt O'Reilly. Sadly, every player has a price. Celtic will have a round of Champions League qualifiers in August, which complicates how the club will handle the Maida situation. However, he hasn't pushed for an exit and has kept his head down, working very hard. Right now, there's no offer on the table. Fenerbahce are just showing interest. If they really want Maida, they'll need to offer a lot of money. Celtic fans will hope he stays, but the summer transfer window could ultimately bring surprises. In other news, Celtic have been linked once more with David Strele, the Slovak striker who plays for Slovan Bratislava. The 24-year-old had a strong season, scoring 25 goals in 48 games in all competitions. His form has caught the eye of several clubs, including Celtic, who were reportedly interested in him during the January transfer window. Back in the winter, Celtic were short of forward options after Kyogo left for French club Rennes. Strelec's name came up as a possible signing at the time. However, his agent, Michal Cierney, has now cleared things up. He said, It's just rumours at the moment. There is no concrete offer on the table from Celtic. During January, Celtic were looking at several strikers to fill the gap left by Kyogo. Talks were held with Brøndby over Danish forward Mathias Kvistgaarden, but the deal broke down over the transfer fee. On the final day of the window, Celtic tried to bring in Danny Ings from West Ham, but the move didn't go through. As a result, the squad went into the second half of the season without adding a new main striker. Celtic clearly want to add more firepower before the new season begins. The club is said to be looking for a proven goal scorer. Strele fits the bill in terms of goal numbers, but his price might be a problem. Slovan Bratislava are not in a rush to sell and would want a decent fee for their star man. At the moment, there's nothing solid between Celtic and Strele. While he remains a player of interest, there's no sign of a move happening soon. Unless things change or the price comes down, Celtic may look elsewhere as they build their squad for the new campaign. Lastly, Celtic have reportedly had a bid for Veljko Milosavljevic rejected by Red Star Belgrade. The 17-year-old defender is seen as a top young talent, and his Serbian club have set a price of €10 million to let him go. Celtic are hoping to strengthen the defence after missing out on the treble this season. Celtic lost the Scottish Cup final to Aberdeen on penalties on Saturday, which ended their hopes of winning all 3 domestic trophies. But the Hoops are reportedly already moving quickly in the transfer market. Brendan Rodgers knows Celtic must be ready for tough Champions League qualifiers in August, and adding strong players at the back is clearly a focus. Milosavljevic is not only wanted by Celtic, big European clubs like Paris Saint-Germain and Everton have also watched him closely. All 3 clubs have scouted the centre-back, who has stood out in Serbia for his height, strength and calmness on the ball. Even though he's just 17, Milosavljevic has already played at senior level and looks comfortable doing so. He is over 6 feet tall and plays with confidence, which is rare for someone his age. Red Star believe they have a star on their hands and they are not willing to sell him cheaply. Celtic have made their move, but whether they land Milosavljevic depends on how much they're willing to push. The summer window hasn't officially opened in Scotland, but it's good to see the Hoops being proactive. Celtic already have several centre-backs in the squad, including Cameron Carter-Vickers, Liam Scales, Mike Narocki and recent signing Austin Trusty, but some defenders spent the season out on loan like Gustav Lagerbilke and Stephen Welsh. Rodgers wants more options in defence. Celtic have a lot of games coming up, including European qualifiers, and the Irishman knows he needs a strong squad to compete on 4 fronts. Signing a young defender like Milosavljevic would be a step toward building for the future as well as helping right away. For now, Celtic must decide whether to increase their offer or move on to other targets. Red Star won't make it easy, but if the Hoops are serious about bringing in top young talent, they may need to spend more to get deals done. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.